Alright, the last ones we're going to be doing are numbers 33 and 34. And when you look at these again, we're going to be dividing. For 33, I've got the conjugate of a divided by a, which the conjugate of a is just 3 plus 6i, and a is 3 minus 6i. Now again, those don't reduce. We still have to multiply by the conjugate to get rid of the denominator. Just happens to be that's what we're using in the numerator. But I'm going to multiply by 3 plus 6i, and have to make that in both the numerator and the denominator. I'm going to put parentheses around. So when I multiply that, the bottom, the easiest part, first one squared, so that's going to be 3 squared, which is 9, minus 6i squared, which is 36i squared. Up at the top, I have some FOILing, so I've got 3 times 3, which is 9, plus 18i, plus 18i, plus 36i squared. Next step, I'm going to go ahead and, actually let's do it down here, combine some like terms and substitute in some for some I squareds. So when rather than writing I squared, I'm going to write -1. Down the bottom here, 9 minus 36 times -1, which equals 9 plus 36i minus 36, all over 9 plus 36, which gives us our final answer, 9 minus 36 when I go ahead and subtract that, let's see, that gives me -27 plus 36i, and 9 plus 36, that's 45. Now, each one of these is divisible by 9, so after I do that, I'm going to get my final answer of -3 plus 4i, all divisible by 5. Okay, and the last one on the assignment, we've got 34, and that is e divided by f, which, when we look at that, has fractions. So e is 1/3 plus 3/2i, and f is -5/6 plus 1/2i. Now, I'm going to show you all a little trick. Rather than messing with these fractions, and we did this at the beginning of the year, I'm going to multiply through to get rid of every single one of these fractions. And what I'm going to multiply through is going to be my least common denominator, which when I see a 3, a 2, a 6, and a 2, I'm going to multiply by 6/6. Again, multiplying by 1, but that is going to get distributed to everything and get rid of my fractions. So 6 times 1/3 is 2. 6 times 3/2, that's 18 divided by 2, or 9i. 6 times -5/6 is -5, and 6 times 1/2i is plus 3i. Now that right there looks a lot prettier than all those fractions. So I'm going to multiply by the conjugate of my bottom there, which is -5 minus 3i, and that's going to get multiplied by the top as well. So I'm going to put in my parentheses. Bottom, it's going to be first term squared, so -5 squared, I'll go ahead and write it like this, minus my second term squared. Up at the top, 2 times -5 is -10, minus 6i, minus 45i, minus 27i squared. Move that over so you can see it. Alright, so now I'm just combining like terms. So 10 minus, let's see, 51i minus 27 times negative 1 all over 25 minus 9i squared. That equals 10 minus 51i plus 27. And then I'm going to have 25 minus 9 times negative 1. Alright. So 10 plus 27. Oh, excuse me, that's negative 10. That makes a lot more sense. So, negative 10, negative 10. Negative 10 plus 27, that ends up being 17 minus 51i. 25 plus 9 ends up being 34. All these are divisible by 17, so 1 minus 3i over 2 is our final answer. And good job for checking these and watching them. I know they can be tricky, but it's just kind of step by step, being careful, and you can do them.